Hi there guys, this is Farmer Bob. Welcome back to my channel. Great to be back guys on another map making video. Good man. And if this is your first time around to my channel and joining us, a warm welcome to you. Hit that subscribe and the like as we are speaking. It does help the channel and I really appreciate that guys. Great man, so what are we doing today? As you can see, I'm here on the latest map that I'm converting. Western Australia is the name. And I've run into a small little hiccup that I want to actually just take you along for the process. And I'm going to explain to you what I'm busy doing. This is the original liquid fertilizer and solid fertilizer and herbicide and all that kind of stuff. The original things. And they look so nice. I thought it will be a nice exercise to try and get them to work, you know, instead of replacing them with the newer versions, you know. So keep the old one in place and yeah, drop some new ones in. So I thought I'll bring you guys along for the ride and show you how I do it, or let's learn together, you know. On this side, you'll see I've added the normal lime station in here, which is perfectly fine because it's exactly the same as the old one, you know. So, and then also here, I've just added the new type of bins in here for what was in here, fertilizer and seed and a few things to buy, you know. So there is a bit of buying stations here that I've changed, you know. I've also done some fixings on the way station. I've added some new stuff on the way station. Here by the railroad silo, I've added that, which is still just another sell point that I've added there. And then I've made some more changes here. I've added the whole animal dealership here, which wasn't originally here, but the map, I think, needs an animal dealership. There isn't one. Well, actually, I didn't see one on the new map, and I also added the fuel tanks here. Yeah, so there is a lot of changes, or not a lot, but I've added some additions to the map, just to make it a little bit more running. I still need to, I've done the bales here, and I want to do the wool as well here, so that you can export everything sort of from this little station, you know. You'll have the option to export all your goodies that you produce on the farm. But anyway, let's get back to the real job at hand. I'm actually digressing now from the work at hand. We want to I want to build in triggers here to sell the appropriate things here. And then obviously I'm going to have to add a lime station here somewhere to the farm, as well as this is liquid fertilizer, which I think should be fine, and herbicide. So herbicide, fertilizer, and lime. That's the three things that we're probably going to need. So yeah, let's start with that. I'm going to do one of them just to show you the process that I use, and maybe it will be helpful to you. I don't know. If it is, wonderful. If it's not, just watch the video for fun, you know. Why not? We live and learn together, and as I make mistakes, we both can laugh at it and you know, enjoy the show. All right, great guys. So first of all, what I like to do is, obviously you can see we're going to need something that falls from the top, and the appropriate thing for that is the lime station, the actual in-game lime station. The one that they have. So what we're going to do, I just want to see placeables. I've already created that for me. Let's go to the in-game one. We're going to go to data, placeables, and then I believe it's under lizard is the lime station. There it is. All right. So what we're going to do is we're going to grab this lime station and put it in our map, because we're going to modify it to become any station that we want. So we're going to modify this so it can handle anything that you want. That's basically what we want to achieve. So open this i3D first of all, so we can export it. I like to open it. You can copy it over to your map, but then you're going to take it with all its little textures and things and whatever. So I'm just going to grab this, go File, Save As, or Export with Files rather. And we're going to go into my map, Western Australia, Placeables, Main Farm, Lime Station. I've already created a directory there. And then I'm just going to call the i3D Lime station the same as it is. Lime station like that, alright. And go save. And then when it asks me here, I'm going to say yes, because I want to leave everything in game so that all the textures and stuff is in the main game. If this was a mod that or something from another map, I would say no to both of those, because then it can transfer everything from that position into my map, you know. But because it's on the in-game, I can leave everything in-game and it will still work fine on everyone's computers, you know. But if it was a placeable from another map or from a mod or whatever, then you have to export it and actually just say no to both those questions, and it will transfer everything, textures, everything except for your XMLs and mod desks and all those things. You're going to have to work with those and bring that manually into your map, like we're going to do now with the XML. So we're going to close that, and then we are now done with the in-game one. We're going to grab this XML, copy it, Control C, and then we're going to go into our map, which is this one here. All right, so this is our map. If you look at the directory, Western Australia placeables, it's in my mods folder, because I work directly out of my mods folder, guys. This is the one that we've just exported, and so we're going to paste it in here. So now we have the whole Lime station in our map. Right, so now we can actually start fiddling around with it. So the first thing we want to do is open the Lime station. Now, if you were to want to use it as a Lime station, there's no need to do any of this. You can just import it directly into your map and use the XML and do that, you know. But because I want to get rid of the actual Lime station, the visuals type of things, I want to get rid of this little bulky thing, and I want to use just the spout where it comes out. I want to make a spout that I can place into my map anywhere I want. Oh, not anywhere, but obviously there needs to be a spout, because there's a spout there, so I can put that spout here, and then I want to select in the XML what I want to drop from that spout, you know, or buy from that spout. So yeah, that's basically the plan. So let's see if we can do that, guys. All right, first things first, we want to go to the i3D. Let's just open the i3D. I'm going to right click and say expand all. That's the easiest way, and then we can start on top. This is the buying station, all right? So that's the thing that we're interested in. You can see that little transparent block is the trigger. If you go down to the trigger, there's the trigger. So that's the stuff that we're interested in. So I'm going to leave the buying station alone. Don't want to do anything there. Now this is where it gets interesting, guys. You'll see now there's a lot of areas. There's the clear areas, the leveling areas, test areas, and tip occlusion areas. Now all these, I'm going to remove those because I don't want any, and all of those are set here under this tank, this visual tank. So I'm going to get rid of all of those, but keep in mind that your XML has, where is that Lime Station XML? Let me just open that, because we're going to work a lot in this. It's got the store data on top, and then the base, which is your i3D, and then the placement and the clear, leveling, indoor, AI, tip occlusion. All of those things are made for the mod. When you place the mod, it will clear areas for it, and it will level the ground for it, all that. So we're not going to be worried, because we're going to build it into our map. So all those we can actually just remove from the thing, but I'm going to leave everything so that we don't have errors. So I'm going to take, for instance, if we start on top, placement, I'm going to delete only the internal workings of it, the start area and end area. So I'm going to take that line and just delete that one line and leave the rest in place. So then I won't get errors in the game, you know. The same with the clear areas. There's clear area and height and all that type of nonsense. So I'm just going to delete that. Leveling, the same drill, just delete the inner workings of it, leaving the shell and all the needed stuff so that you don't get errors. And then the same with the AI, update areas. Now, the tip occlusion update area, for interest's sake, if you look at that, it says here the AI. I'm wondering if we should leave that. I haven't tried that before, leaving that, but let's just give it a go. I'm going to leave it in for now, the AI side. But the tip occlusion update areas start and end. Let's have a look in the i3D what that does. So now what we can do now, because I've deleted it in the XML, I can now get rid of this clear area start and just leave the actual one. What I was trying to say, guys, if you look at your structure of the XML together with the i3D, it all works with this index paths. So clear area is 0, 1, level areas is 0, 2. You see, so and all that is the parents, and then everything in the parent is the children. So so we're going to get rid of the children. So we're going to delete the children for clear areas because we've deleted it in the XML. Alright, so the leveling areas start and end the same with that. We get rid of the children, leaving the parents. So we don't change the whole directory structure. You can do it, but then you're going to have to update the whole R3, the whole XML as well, especially here by your mappings. You see they are all listed here, 0, 1, 0, 2, 0, 3, 0, 4. So that's why I'll just rather leave the parents there and just get rid of the children, you know. So there we go, test areas. And here we go, tip occlusion update areas. Now I'm going to leave this for now, though it is there. We might have an invisible barrier there if we get in game because of this start and end. But because there's something to do with the AI, I thought let me rather try, or for interest sake, for the sake of learning and whatever, let's leave that in there for now. If it's a problem, we can just chuck it. So tip occlusion update area. And because it's working with the AI, I thought, let me give it a go and see if we leave that in, if it makes any problems. All right, buying station, guys. This is now where you can come and customize what you are buying from that. So you can see here, there's 2 fill type. If you double click it, it will highlight all the limes. So if you change this fill type now to fertilizer or to liquid fertilizer, whatever is in your, if we go into the main game, let's go placeables, farming simulator, maps. Let's just take any fill types. Here we go. If you go right up to the bottom of your fill types, you'll see under the bulk category, it's basically all your fill types in the game. So if you see here, the correct spelling for it will be fertilizer, if you want to get fertilizer from there, or if you want whatever you want to drop there. There's lime. You can even drop pig food there if you want. You can make a pig food sell point, you know, whatever you want to drop there. I just want to see where is liquid fertilizer. There should be a place. Loading vehicle, silage trailer, forage when we go. That's fertilizer, liquid fertilizer. There it is, liquid fertilizer. That's how you spell it. So you just type that in there, and that should change that little sell point to whatever you wanted to drop there. And then obviously you can change also the store icon for it, the image, because if you click on the little map thing, it will show you the image of it. So that little image here, you also want to change according to what you want to put it out there, you know. Good. And then the name for it, I don't think the name is that important, but you can also change the name for it by just replacing this whole 110 thing with whatever name you want to name it. So just don't leave the 110 there. Just type in there liquid fertilizer or whatever. All right. Good. All right. So because we're customizing this now, it's not an in-game thing anymore, you know. So we're customizing it to our liking. Right. So back to the lime station. Placement areas, level areas, tip occlusion we've left. I'm going to leave it for lime for just for now to test, and then we can change it afterwards just to have a look. Alright, what we've deleted now, at the mappings we need to remove the same things. So pipe effect, buying station, map position, loading trigger, discharge, AI load, pipe effect, smoke, clear area. So this first one here, clear leveling, clear area start, test end. Test area end. Alright, so all those we can delete. Leaving only the tip occlusion. Marker we want, teleport. Alright, so all of that looks a-okay for me. So I'm going to save that. All right. And then go back into our i3D. And now we want to get rid of this building thing here. So we're going to need to find out what I think normally it will be under visuals. So once again, deleting the unwanted things, the children from the parent directory. We'll just get rid of that for us. Good. Oh, I think all of that looks good. So we leave the parent there at 07, so we don't change the whole structure and naming and whatever, the whole architecture of the thing. Good. Leaving everything at 0. Let's save this i3D now. Just make sure it's in my XML, in my map directory. Good. And now we can close it. Or I'll just leave it open because we have saved it. Now I want to place it in the game, obviously. And then we're going to need to make a little line in the XML files. So we're going to file import from our map, Lime Station. There's our map. Grab the Lime Station there. Good, in there, cut it. And I'm going to drop it in our placeholders folder, obviously. That's the right spot for it. Control V. You need to have it in the placeholder because otherwise you'll have a ghost image sitting there in the map not working, you know, over the actual working one. Great. Control B, drop it in here, and then move it about. I'm going to leave that tip occlusion area thing on this side, so if there is a problem, we're going to not be able to drive through here. But yeah, we'll just have a look in game what it says. So now I just want to align this pipe to come right here. Ooh, it seems like it's a bit low, so let's lift it up a bit. I'm going to pull it up high first, so I can just align it properly here with this pipey thingamabobby here, like so, and then drop it down a little bit to under the spout. Yeah, I think that's good enough for now, just for looking. And there is enough space here for the trigger to be activated when you drive with the tractor onto it, so that should be fine. What you can also do is swing this thing 90 degrees so that this area sits here over this tank, so that it will be out of the way, so then you can actually drive through. But I want to leave it here just to see if there is a problem, an invisible wall, because that's sometimes what happens is with this clear and leveling areas, it places a that's why I'm scared about the tip occlusion, because I'm not too sure what the tip occlusion does, but yeah, we'll fiddle around with it and see. All right, so let's save our map like that. And now in our XML files, our files that we need to have a look at is your placeables as well as your store items. Now I've already placed my lines in there, and as a simple guys, as going into the in-game placeables, any one of them, and find a Lime Station. There's a lot of them about. I suppose the easiest is to just find the Lime Station. There it is. Copy one of those lines and just modify it accordingly. Place it in your placeables. Change the directory here. The name you change as well. I've made mine Lime Station 2 because I've already got one Lime Station 01 in town, you know, so that's why I call it Lime Station Town, Lime Station Farm here at the end. Good. So yeah, at file name, definitely you have to put the $map the dollar there, and then the directory where the Lime Station XML is, the one that we've modified. The positioning, just like there, you grab it from your map. So once you've got your Lime Station selected, grab the positioning and put all the positioning data in the XM from the map i3D. Put it in here, and then rotation, farm ID, and default farm property. Definitely, if it's on your farm and you want it to be available to the new farmer mode, put the default farm property true, and also farm ID. But if you look at my one that's in town, you'll notice that there's nothing there, no farm ID, no default farm property. So that makes this one just a usable one for everyone on the map or wherever, you know. Great. So guys, so now that we've got all that done, we're going to save everything, and then the store items the same. You need to have a line in the store items is for anything that you put into the map. Doesn't matter what you put in, there must be a line in the store item, store items XML. So you just drop a line in there as well with your directory structure. This time without the map there, just from your map folder, the directory line up to there with the XML, or pointing to the XML. And then lastly, guys, very important, don't forget this because you will definitely have problems. Open that XML, the Lime Station XML, and we need to change this now to our custom i3D, because at the moment it's loading the in-game one, and we have just modified it, so we want to load our custom one. So obviously now back into our, I think the store items, yeah, I can grab it here. We just need to get this directory structure up to there, Control C, and just tell this Lime Station now that we are loading our in-game one, and this time like so. It's going to have double now there, so just delete one of those little forward slashes. So Lime Station i3D, just make sure of the spelling, main farm Lime Station i3D. The best is to just select it, copy it, double click, paste it, Control V, and you paste it. Lime Station i3D. Alright, so that is it, guys. And when you put the name here, also you don't have to put the map there, whatever, unless it's in the in-game one. You have to put the dollar data in front from there on and use the in-game i3D. But this time it's our modified one in the map, so we are happy with that. Alright, let's test it in game, guys. There's only one way to find out how it works, and that is to actually go into the game and have a look. Hopefully it will work. Remember, we've set it, or left it at Lime, so we should get Lime now from the little buying station, or from that trigger rather, because it's only a trigger now. It's not anymore a visual thing. Let's just get more Western Australia up here. I've still got a lot of things to do, like this little welcome or screen for the map, or the preview screen. I need to change that still to the appropriate one. Haven't done that yet. There's still 1,010 things to do, but we're getting there, guys. Like I said in the previous look around video, it will be a few weeks still before I can actually launch it. So yeah, but it's coming, guys. We're getting there. But today's mission, obviously, just to get our lime and fertilizer and liquid fertilizer and all that thing on the farm. All right, so let's jump into a tractor. Got a few vehicles here already just for testing and that, so it's nothing to be excited about, and I might leave this in here for playing with, but yeah, we'll have a look. So far so good, guys. It looks great. Yeah, you see, that's what I was scared of. There's an invisible barrier here, and that's got to do with that tip occlusion thing. So let us quickly just run out of the map. But the fact that the icon is there tells me already it's going to work. That is a good sign, if you see that little icon. Alright, guys, so tip occlusion update area. So now, because it uses the tip occlusion update area for the AI, I'm going to just chuck this whole thingamabob here, as well as the AI one. Leave it like that, save it. Oh, we can't save it because we have to go here to the i3D mappings and just delete this too as well. Yeah, right, save that. Good. And now you notice that we haven't changed any of the directory structure here. So teleport node, for instance, if you select teleport node, my thing is a bit slow, you'll see it's still 09, and on the XML it's still 09. If you changed anything in the i3D here, say for instance I take this tip occlusion and I delete the actual transform of it, you're going to change the rest of it underneath. Now it's 08, so now you have to go and change or modify your XML again, you know. So that's why I said rather leave the tree there. I'm just going to undo like so, and now obviously this tip occlusion update areas, we need to delete those as well, leaving the parent there, but deleting the children. You know, that's what I'm saying about, talking about. All right, so tip occlusion teleport node should be 09 still. Good. So that's our end. Save. Leaving it open again, once again. In the map, we haven't changed anything. It's just the XML as well as the i3D that we've loaded. Now, bear in mind, guys, that we've imported now an old i3D, which is now in the map. So we have to delete this Lime station, actually. But because it's in the placeholder, it doesn't matter for now. But if you want to do it right, you have to delete this Lime station and just re-import it and place it again. Because the one that's in here now is the unmodified one. It's still got that tip occlusion thing. If you look now, you see tip occlusion update areas and everything in it. So yeah, but we've modified the actual one that's getting imported from our map via the XML here. If you look there, it pulls this one in. All right. Anyway, let's test it again. So hopefully now we'll have no invisible walls, because that's gets quite annoying, you know, when you try and play and or test, and there's some invisible stuff going on. I'm sure you guys have run into those problems before, you know. Yeah, I can't be the only one. but it's all interesting, guys, to fiddle around and play around, and we live and learn, you know. That's what I always say. Don't be scared to try things, but always make backups, guys. but for this video's sake, I have backupped my whole map, and I'm working with one tiny little i3D, so it does not really affect the larger picture of things, you know. So yeah, that's why I'm not too fussed about the backup now. I've done my backups before, so everything should be fine. Alright, so here we go. Oh, we want to go just jump into a tractor and test. We should be able now to drive in there and get some lime, because we've deleted that annoying little invisible thing. And like I said, you can swing it 90 degrees. Oh, the invisible thing is still there. I wonder now, I haven't saved that. Now it must be that quit game. Yes, let me just delete it out of the map i3D, because now I'm confused. Have I done everything on the Lime station? Tip occlusion is gone. Clear area leveling, everything is gone here. All right. In here. Oh, I forgot to delete that. Collision. I forgot to delete this, guys. That's why. I have to delete all the children. So the collision is still there. I want to delete that, definitely. I think that is our problem, possible problem. And now I'm sad because I wanted to test if it was the tip occlusion that was causing it. But anyway, for the sake of it, let's just get rid of all of them, leaving the whole structure in place. Just go there, save that now. And now in game, I can actually now just delete this Lime station, save the map, because now what's going to happen, we've saved here. To teleport now, just want to lastly make sure. Yeah, I think everything should be fine now. Great. Let's test again, guys. It's rinse and repeat, that's all, until you've got it sorted out. So hopefully now we'll have no more invisible walls to run into. Great. Great. Excellent. So yeah, I still got a lot of errors on the map as well. If you look there, there is quite a few things running by that needs attention, but I will get to those in time. The best fixing errors, guys, is doing one at a time. Take one, work the problem until it's solved, and then move on to the next, you know, until nothing is left. but do make sure that you go into the in-game, run one of the in-game maps and make a note of all the errors that's in the in-game map. Because otherwise, you might work on errors that you can't fix. That's part of giants. You know, there is quite a few of them sitting in your log by default. Once again, test, and keep on testing. Let's see. It might be that collision thing, guys. I think it must have been that collision. I've missed that. Sorry, man. You see, now it's working like a charm. Good stuff. And press R, and there's our lime falling. You can see the little icon. You can see the little icon there, showing that we're buying lime. All right, I'm very pleased with that. And now, just to confirm, let's quickly quit that and quit the game and run into our XML once again for the lime station. And let's change the lime now to what was that station now that we were at? Just quickly have a look. Was it now? This was saying liquid fertilizer. So we want liquid fertilizer to drop out there. So in the XML under fruit fill types, let's grab liquid fertilizer, liquid manure, liquid fertilizer. There it is, already highlighted. So I'm going to copy that, just drop it in here, double click, paste it, and then here paste it. And now you can also set your price scale for it. So if you want things to be more expensive or cheaper, just modify this price scale for it. You can modify the speed that it comes out of the tube or out of the pipe, but I found 500. I'll leave it at that. I'm not going to be bothered, you know. That should all be fine. All right, so let's save that and back into the game. Oh, sorry guys, now I'm opening the wrong things here. Wanted to go in there. Farming simulator. That's a force of habit. I do so much remote work in that, you know, so yeah, there you go. New farmer, Mars, Western Australia, start. Alright, so hopefully now we're going to have to get a full tank. Oh my word, that thing, liquid fertilizer fills actually on the back. I don't have a full tank for it, so we're going to have to buy just a trailer or something, or a sprayer. Let's buy a sprayer, and I wonder if that sprayer will fit under that pipe. It's a bit of an odd thing for liquid fertilizer, you know, but yeah, let's more bear with it and see if we can find something to load liquid fertilizer in. Okay, so tractor, this time any tractor. Let's just go and get ourselves a sprayer or something. That's the best thing for liquid fertilizer. I suppose I'm just going to put my store here so we can buy a sprayer or something. Where's the sprayers? Here we go. Fertilizer spreader. So it's liquid fertilizer. We're going to definitely need a sprayer for it. Alright, there it is. Phew, this mouse of mine is slow. Very slow. Just up the speed of it a bit. Alright, let's have a check. So now, if I drive in there, I should now be able to pull up and refill my little sprayer with liquid fertilizer. Wonderful. I love it, guys. And it actually fits under the tube as well. That is amazing. Alright. Now that does it for me, guys. And that is how you get a trigger to work on your whatever you wanted, you know. So I'm very chuffed with that. I can now just use that same trigger and put it anywhere on the map, on existing buildings. Like this one is going to need premix herbicide. So the herbicide, I just changed the wording there in the XML to herbicide, and duplicate that thing and get the positioning and add another line in in the placeables as well as the no, I don't need another line in the store items, just one in the placeables, because you only need one line for the same thing, you know, so you can have 100 of them, but it's in the placeables XML obviously where you need to get the positioning data. Alright, so I'm chuffed with that, guys. That is so awesome. Well, I hope it's been insightful. It's definitely been fun for me. And I hope we've learned something together, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Remember to like and subscribe, and do consider supporting my channel. I've got links in the description. I've got some Patreon stuff as well as PayPal, whatever. Thank you so much, guys. You are great. I'll catch you on the next one. Cheers.